Hello, hello, hello. Kissing up to God, giving him all the glory and all the praise and all the honor. Coming to you from school today. I got so many things to do, but I wanted to come on to ask this question because now I'm beginning to wonder. Because I am in my 60s now. And, as you know, I've talked about I'm divorced twice. And I just don't really, I really haven't been dating a lot. And one of the reasons is, it's hard to find someone in my age bracket because men in my age bracket are looking at 20-year-olds. And like, the younger guys, I'm still like a little nervous about that, the cougar status. I don't know. I might have to go to the cougar status. I'm not sure. So I asked I asked my son this morning, and then I asked a couple of coworkers and I asked a couple of my male friends, am I approachable? Because I'm trying to figure out like what is the problem here. Why am I not getting approached? For dates or getting approached to hang out or stuff like that. So I was like, am I approachable? So then let me read to you what approachable is. Although I'll just read it to you. It says, approachable is actually friendly and easy to talk to, able to be reached from a particular direction or by a particular reason. Make others feel comfortable, approaching them often by appearing open, welcoming, and interested in conversation. So, of course, unapproachable, of course, is negativity and criticism. But I was thinking about that because we got to think about it also. When someone seems like they're approachable, it has everything to do with like their facial expression. What kind of facial expression do you give off? I say I call myself giving off a friendly one most of the time. And then like your body language. What kind of body language do you have? What kind of tone is your voice? Because I do have a deep voice. I have a heavy voice. So it's the tone of my voice, something that they don't like. You know, my attitude, am I accessible? So these are questions that I ask myself, and maybe you find yourself asking yourself the same questions. And I used to say, I had this bullseye on my back that attracted crazy people, but I don't think it's that. And my son is saying that it's hard to approach women nowadays. He said, especially women of color. He said it's almost like a built-in attitude. He's a man. He's in his late 30s, so of course he knows about trying to approach. He said it's definitely difficult to approach women in his age bracket, women that he would be looking at, late 20s in their 30s, because like I said, he's in his late 30s. He said very hard to approach. He said they always look angry. And I said, do I look angry? He said, Bob, I don't know you in that limelight. So I don't know. He said, you're approachable to me because you're my mom. So I asked a couple of co-workers. One of my co-workers said when she first met me that it was almost like I really wasn't approachable. She said, because of my facial expression. And I was like, oh my goodness, what kind of facial expression am I giving off? And then, I asked a couple of the men, they said, yeah, I think you're approachable. You're very friendly. You're always speaking, you know, but they're still looking at me as like a coworker or somebody that they work around. But like when I go out, which is very, very limited, it's just really not a lot of places to go. Not that I know of. Um, do I look like that, or do you have a desperation about you? They always say men can smell desperate women. Am I desperate? I don't think so, but I don't know what they smell. Maybe it's my lotion. I don't think I carry off a desperate this about me. But do you ever wonder about that? I mean, men too. But women shouldn't have. I can't even say women shouldn't approach men because we're in a different day and era right now. I wouldn't really approach a man because I'm still old school. I still feel like, not that the man have to chase, but I still feel like, a lot of time men choose who they want to be with. It's the woman's place to accept them or, allow them into her circle. But my circle is very small. And I keep it that way because of the so-called friend status. You know, friends, people throw around that word like it's nothing. But you have to be friendly to have friends. But I don't have a lot of those either. I have a lot of associates. I have a lot of coworkers. I have people I deal with at church. So I have those, but a close knit circle with, like besties, not really. I was raised in a very close knit family. Like my best friend is like my sister. And so I don't have that type of circle. But it still make me wonder, what is it? Am I approachable? Am I not approachable? Like what's going on with this like dating world or world of even just somebody to sit down and just to chill with? It don't even have to be that serious. But somebody that feel like that they can come to you and talk to you about anything and that you accept them and they accept you. So just ask yourself that. Are you approachable? Because I sure want to know if I am. All right, let me get out here and do what I'm supposed to do. I have to go and do something else today. That's why I came on at school because I'm not gonna get home until late. But everybody, please keep subscribing. Please keep coming on. Please keep sharing. I really would appreciate it. All right. You guys have a blessed rest of your days. All right. God bless.